Hello, a very good morning to you and welcome to the morning rain for today. My name is Emmanuel Abaji Riafe, and of course on this platform we will have the opportunity to review the basic business stories making headlines in the newspapers of today. Some of them, of course, we have business daily guide here, and we have business analyst and also the business finder. Well, at the tail end of the program, we shall assess the stock markets, the performance of the stock markets. So with me this morning to do the discussion is Daniel Odoi-Dankwa. Daniel Odoi-Dankwa is a research analyst of the Gold Coast Fund Management. Good morning once again and welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. So let's go straight into action and let's take a look at some of the issues, of course, the economic issues. And first, let's look at business page of the Daily Guide newspaper. And there's this banner headline here which says, "Economy facing tough times from falling cedi," and that is interesting. To kickstart the discussion, let me take just a paragraph or so of the story so that we can do the discussion well. Since the beginning of the year, a lot of Ghanaians have complained about the harsh economic conditions in the country, while industry operators and stakeholders in the country's import sector have complained about the increases in taxes and utility tariffs and the untold hardships on the populace. President John Mahama has continuously assured the citizenry that his administration would do everything possible to improve their lives. Some importers, in an interview with Business Guide, noted that even though they would incur losses, they would pass the cost on to consumers. Well, so this is what we're facing now. Consumers, again, are going to bear the brunt of the falling economy. What's your take on this?
Yeah, consumers definitely will bear the cost of the falling cedi, but I think it's something really worrying to almost all Ghanaians. If you're in Ghana and maybe you are not doing any foreign transaction, you might think the falling cedi is not going to affect you. But mind you, it's going to affect fuel, because fuel, if you buy fuel in dollars, you might use a car, you have to buy the spare parts. So
of course, naturally,
so it's not just about people who are using the dollars in their day in and day out transaction, but this is actually the entire Ghanaian citizen.
Yeah, but you know what? Before you come in, I mean, way back last year, you know, the cedi was recording depreciating value, and just 1 month into the new year, it's already recorded 8% of, devaluing. Yes,
that is what makes the whole situation alarming. Because looking at the performance of last year, the cedi depreciated up to like 14.7% to the US dollars to close the year. And even most of the depreciation was recorded in the second half of the year. And this year, the cedi starting with ending January with almost 10%, or according to the Gold Coast cedi index, the cedi has recorded year-to-date depreciation of about 10.7% to the dollar. This is alarming, and I think this is what a lot of investors or a lot of citizens of Ghana are questioning, because they know, those that really understand what is happening knows that whatever that is happening on the market is going to affect their pocket, because we also have inflation also going up. So you have two things beating you at the same time. Your inflation is going up and your currency is also depreciating.
You know what? I would really want us to tackle it from the various industries. For instance, let's say manufacturing industry, where they depend a lot on raw materials, which some of them are imported into the country. So obviously they are going to deal with the foreign currencies. I mean, how does the manufacturing industry react to such a devaluing currency?
The manufacturing industry, I think they are already quote and unquote in a mess. They are in a situation they are finding it difficult to battle with. Because you know there's fuel price increases and tariff increases really affected most of these companies. And now that they are raw material cost is also going to go up.
Further going to increase their cost of
yes,
production.
it's further going to increase their cost of production. So if you monitor those companies manufacturing that were able to make their financials available to the public, you will see that they were not able to match up the performance of 2012. And looking at what is happening, another trend happening to their cost of production, it means they are going to be worse off this year. And the stock, those especially listed on the stock market, who has to declare their financial standings to their shareholders, are going to receive they are going to receive some knock from here. Let me put it that way, because I just don't want to use some words I don't want to use. They are going to receive some knocks or some base that they will not like it on the stock market, because the investor is looking at, I give you money, give me interest. I give you money, give me profit. But if I'm giving you money and you are not able to make the returns that I'm supposed to get, he does not think about the things happening in the economy. All that they care about is the money. So the manufacturing sector, they are going to be hit. They are going to be hit.
Let's look at the petroleum sector, where in recent times we have witnessed some volatility in prices because of the automatic tariffs adjustment formula, the ATF formula, which is adopted by the NPA to fix petrol prices. Now we have devaluing currency. I mean, the Ghana cedi is devalued as against for instance, the dollar. And this fuel is imported into the country in exchange for hard cash and currency. How is the petroleum sector going to?
When we look at the petroleum sector or the energy sector, they are dealing with a commodity the economists will call has an inelastic demand. So that sector, the sector itself don't have much problem, because they can pass on even more than 100% increment in price to the consumer, and the consumer has no choice to buy it. Because if you go to the fuel station, and they tell you now a gallon is going for whatever amount, you don't have no option, because without fuel there is nothing that you can use to move your car. So you buy it. If you have lights and whatever, if they are telling you today a megawatt is this amount, you have no option but to go in for it. So they are not going to suffer. But what is going to happen in the economy is they are going to pass on, as we've been seeing, and the government is even saying they are subsidizing some of these tariffs and some of these fuel or energy consumptions that we're having in the country. So imagine this adding up to, so then we should be looking at least a 10% or above increment on whatever energy that we are using, because they will be able to pass on the cost to us. I mean, simple. They can just do it without any struggle.
The ripple effect on the economy is definitely not too good.
It's not too good. If you pick all the sectors, it's either going to have its toll on the person providing the service or the good, or the person consuming.
What do you think about the service sector or the service industry as well, like the tourism industry?
Yes, they are the ones that are going to suffer, because if we have the dollar affecting, maybe I will not go to tourism. Fine, maybe when it comes to tourism, the hotels and stuff that they are going to sleep in. Then if you are talking about that, I mean, tourism is about leisure. If I have enough money, then I spend. But if I don't have enough money, then I will not spend. So those in that kind of sector is going to suffer. But when it comes into the banking sector too, because of the competition, what they can do is to swallow most of the cost. But the banking sector, I don't see how this is going to affect them much over there.
If you see,
but even if anyway, they have to swallow much of it, because the competition in the banking sector in Ghana here is very keen. So you passing on a lot of transactional costs, because mind you, I think some other time we're talking about it, VAT is already there affecting this service sector and the depreciation of the city. So if they just want to pass everything on to the consumer, then with the service sector, especially banking, tourism, a lot of people will start avoiding it, and that will be a big blow to the industry.